Okay, in this section we're going to be learning all about functions and formulas. We're going to learn about their basic anatomy, what the difference is between a function and a formula, some shortcuts for inserting them in Excel, and we're going to create some more detailed spreadsheets that use multiple functions to do a number of calculations. So far in the course we've learned how to enter data into cells, how to select and highlight cells, how to navigate back and forth through the cells, and even how to create a couple of basic functions. We learned how to create simple formulas using the sum function, and we remember that it always starts with the equal sign. We're going to look at this formula in more detail, and we're going to look at all the pieces and parts and exactly what each part means in the equation and what its use is, and how you can use the different parts of the formula to aid you in your calculations. Then we're going to create an entire spreadsheet like this, which calculates the monthly commissions and bonuses and total monthly pay for this group of sales reps here. We're going to use a sum formula to get the total of all of their monthly commissions. We're going to use an if formula to decide whether or not they've met their monthly target and whether or not they get their monthly bonus based on their commissions. We're going to use another if formula to add in their bonus if they have met their monthly commission, their monthly target. Then we're going to use a sum if formula to figure out the total monthly pay for two different regions, East and West, for all of the sales reps in those regions. And then we're going to use a sum ifs function to calculate the total monthly pay just for the sales reps who have hit their monthly targets. And if these functions sound foreign to you or this seems a little bit overwhelming at the moment, that's totally okay and understandable. We are going to break this whole spreadsheet down piece by piece and create it step by step. And I'm going to walk you through creating these functions so that you'll have a first-hand view of how they come together, and you'll be able to recreate them in your own spreadsheets. And then finally, we're going to use a COUNTIF function to calculate the number of employees in each region, and a COUNTIFs function to calculate the number of employees per region who have hit their monthly target. Then we're going to learn how to create a table and use a VLOOKUP function, which is a very widely used function. So we'll be using our same group of sales rep plus a few others. We're going to put it into a table that has drop downs that you can use to sort the data. And more importantly, we'll have a VLOOKUP section here so that when you enter in a sales rep's number, for instance, sales rep number 2, and hit enter, it goes and looks up the rep's name and their total monthly pay from column E. And it inserts it into our little table here. And you can imagine the value of this if you had thousands of lists and you just needed to find a bunch of information about a sales rep or an auto part in a huge catalog. You can just type in the product code or the name of the item and bring back all kinds of information like size, barcode numbers, prices, etc. So we'll learn how to do that. And then finally, we'll learn how to use the left, mid, and right functions to sort data and make it easier to view and to use. So we'll sort out these ID codes, taking pieces of the code and putting them into these other columns so you get your rep ID number, your region, and your sales group all sorted and easy to view. At the end of this section, you'll know how to use 7 of the most popular and useful functions in Excel. And in the next lecture, we'll dive right in and get started looking at the difference between formulas and functions.